December in the Apennine Mountains in Italy. So the first question is what to paint. There's incredible views in various directions here. So what I think I'll do is I'll start just by doing some drawing to get a feel for the structure of these mountains. And then I'll go and do a color sketch, and then we'll see what happens. I start with a very rough gestural sketch to get the main lines in of the composition and to basically design the space division. Where do I want the major shapes to break out? At this point, there's no point me doing any drawing because I'm just trying to get the major shapes worked out. Any drawing I'll do in paint later on. Otherwise, I'll feel too constrained at this point. Now I start using transparent color, which is basically paints that are thinned with turpentine with no white. And I'm rapidly covering the canvas as quickly as I can just to get the rough color feel. And I'm mostly concerned here with temperature. So I'm looking at the warm colors in the foreground contrasted with the cooler color in the sky. So that's the most important shape division at this point. Now I'm starting to work with opaque paint. I've added some white. And what I'm doing is covering the area of the canvas very quickly to get the values fairly accurate and also to make sure I get the correct color transition going from the warm colors in the foreground to the cooler colors as we go backwards into the distance. So I finish off the painting by adding a little bit more calligraphy in the foreground, adding some darks using some saturated alizarins, burnt umber and ultramarine to get those rich darks in the foreground, a little bit of texture in the middle ground hill, and a touch of detail in the distant mountains where the snow is just hitting those peaks. And so that's the sketch finished. Okay, looks like I've finished now. My fingers are freezing and the light's completely gone. So there's no point carrying on. It's a completely different picture now. And if I don't hurry up, I'm going to be packing in the dark. But boy, it looks beautiful out there. What an incredible evening. Just wish that this hour would last 3 or 4 hours. As it was, I just had about 20 minutes to paint this picture. Okay, finally got all packed up, so somehow I've got to make my way through this tangle of ground here and find my way back home. And here we are. And back home to a nice cozy log fire. Great. These are my micro sketches, and you can see at the moment my kitchen is just a little bit full of these little paintings. And what these are the compositional studies that I actually turn into finished paintings. Some of them work quite well as a standalone painting. But what they do is they help you develop your ideas, plus concept of colour. When you paint quickly like this, you can very quickly capture the colours you see, and you focus on the big picture. What are the big colour relationships, the big shape relationships? What's the most important design element in the painting? So I just love doing these little ones.